Okay. I need you both to put your hands up so we can see them. And I need neither of you to utter the word Siri or Alexa. I don't want any searching going on. Who's the youngest person ever to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom? And
Davy
how old
Crockett.
were they? Davy Crockett is an excellent guess, but not right. Dan?
The youngest person.
All right,
Oh
here comes the
boy,
hint. It
no
was an
idea.
athlete, or it is an athlete.
Tiger Woods.
Who's? Yeah, wait, no. Who? Mary Lou Retton?
Those are both great guesses for a variety of reasons. It is a gymnast.
Oh, Natalie
Simone
Comaneci?
Biles.
Simone Biles, correct. Sean Spicer
Really?
wins. Dan, you got to buy Sean a piece of Fairway and Green merchandise.
Right,
Sean,
Sean.
Sean, what would you like? I recommend the boxers. I just
Listen,
got some
I'm
more.
telling you, the quarter zip is so
Get the boxers. Dan, buy him some boxers, please.
he's getting off
Sure.
cheap.
All right. Today, on what would have been his 32nd birthday, Charlie Kirk will be awarded that honor. Sean, what's the status of the political momentum for not just Turning Point, but for MAGA because of people being energized by the assassination of Charlie Kirk? Is it too soon to say, or do you see signs that it's having a tangible impact on the movement in a positive way?
I think it's too soon to say the full impact. There's no question when you look at the rallies that Turning Point's having and the number of people that are coming out and the enthusiasm at those rallies, the number of signups. Remember, in this political environment, data is king. Being able to track somebody, to follow up with them is everything. It saves you a ton of money. It creates an imprint on your voter file so we know what you care about, what motivates you. What's going on now, I think, isn't just about the short term, it's about the long term. Being able to get these people activated, motivated, and engaged for potentially decades. So I think the full impact is still to be seen, but this has been big, big, big. And the thing is, today will continue that. So the more that, you know, this event today just reminds people what's going on. We're 20 something days out from two elections. I know from the anecdotal conversations I've had in both Virginia and New Jersey, people say that there's a sign of motivation among young people in particular that they haven't seen in
Yep.
the past. So I think it's short term and potentially really impactful in the long term.
Yeah. Dan, I've not pressed them, although I've asked, but I've seen no reporting anywhere about how much money they've raised since
Yeah, that's
Charlie
a
was
great.
killed. But
Yeah.
I think they've raised both from small donors online, but also from large donors. So that's kind of but again, just thinking about the politics of the implications of politics, that's a sleeping giant, right?
Yeah, and I don't think the White House, at least in the short run here, and probably through Vance's reelection or Vance's election, is going to allow Turning Point to just totally collapse.
Yeah.
Selena Zito and I have actually exchanged messages on this very topic because that is the question that I wonder is by next summer into the fall with time, is the energy still there? And she was sent me some photos of like in Western Pennsylvania, just young people meeting and she's like, I'm telling you, it's real. They've been touched, they're moved, they're engaged. And she's like, I really don't think this is going to dissipate soon. So
You know,
time will
I, I
tell.
I said this a while ago, but when I was at the RNC and we would send interns out, they would be like, "Hey, you know, we'd say, hey, can you go take these T-shirts? There's a Hillary rally at George Mason University. We want you to go out and stand there and hold these signs." And they'd be like, "Can we put everything in a bag and wait till we get off the metro?" Like, you would never want to be seen in we call it the DMV, the District, Maryland, Virginia, in like any Republican garb, none. And now you walk down the streets and the vendors in DC sell MAGA stuff, right? The shift, the sea change, the culture is so different. And these kids on college campuses, we talked about a few earlier, a couple weeks ago after the death of Charlie. But like there's a sense of like I'm going to wear my MAGA hat with pride. And
Yeah.
that's a very different
Good point.
signal that's
Yeah.
going on.
When I was a kid in DC, even the elephants at the National Zoo were a little embarrassed.
They were.
There you go. Okay.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.